Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Golgothan, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Kethane. In this episode we're going to have a few launches to do, so let's get started right away. What we have here is a command module. This is the Capicola module. We've got our Kethane converter. Oh, slow down. Kethane converter, fuel tank here, some batteries, solar panels, and these little tiny guys sticking off the side here are little tiny communications probes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build a mothership in space. We're gonna construct it in space. I've already built all the components. We're gonna construct it in space, and we're gonna take it to Minmus and set up a full mining and communications network. And that's probably gonna take a couple videos. So in this video, I'm gonna at least try to get all the parts in orbit. So again, this is the command module. This is the very front of it. You can see got the antenna on the top here. Each one of these guys has an antenna. Didn't forget the antennas this time. If you saw the little clip I posted while I was off for a couple days, you can see that this is the vehicle that was constantly, rapidly disassembling. What was happening was I had quantum struts right here on the edge of this converter, and they were holding this thing on because this is a big old docking port right here. Going a little too fast. And something was really wonky about them, and they were constantly flopping around, and it was really weird. So I got rid of them off this guy, and well, after many hours of adding like regular struts to try to hold the thing together, I finally found that was the problem, pulled those off, and it was a significantly more stable vehicle. You see, there's still a little bit of wobble there, but that's okay. This wobble I'm not too happy about though. But as long as it stays okay, I'm not going to time warp this one. There's a couple during today that we will be able to time warp that are much more stable than this. I'm not sure why this one is so unstable, but what can you do? But just deal with it and fly it. But I believe we've got 5 more components after this one to get into orbit. So that's why I'm trying to hurry as fast as I can. We're going to go to a 100-kilometer orbit because it's easy. For me, I believe it's the easiest to rendezvous at 100 kilometers because you can shrink your orbit down without entering the atmosphere, and you can extend it without going so ridiculously far. I think 100 kilometers is the perfect rendezvous distance. Plenty of fuel left, and as you can see on here, right here, this is a probe core. Oh, that reminds me. Do I have another antenna on this thing? So that little probe core thing might not do anything. I'm under local control. You can see up here, so I don't have to worry about my antennas at the moment. Gosh, that wobble is scary. Okay. So now we can do some time warp because we're not using the thrusters. Oh, just under it came. Alright, come on. Get me out of the atmosphere. Still over 100 kilometers, please. Yes, okay. And there's the music. In the last video I did, I had the music turned off, and it was way too obvious. Okay, extended that antenna. I believe probe cores have a natural antenna in them that's like 25 meters or something like that. That's just far enough to basically reach a vessel near you. So I'm hoping that's the case, because my idea of having this probe core here... Oh, I guess I've got this little omnidirectional antenna thing too. But the idea of having this probe core here is no space debris. So once we get this thing parked at 1,000, I can undock it here, and I can hope that it'll separate far enough that I can turn this, and I can deorbit it, bring it completely out of orbit, and have it burn up into the atmosphere and crash to the ground, leaving no debris. Okay, we're getting ready to circularize. I'm watching that time to apoapsis. Apoapsis. Go. Circularize. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Go a little slower now. Want to keep it close to 100 and 100. There we go. Good enough. That I am happy with. All right. So now, extend those solar panels. Make sure it's got enough power to power the antenna. And it's got a ton of battery. Now we will decouple node. Yes. Did I pull fuel out of this? I'm gonna refill that guy with fuel. There we go. It's the little things, you know? So my whole goal is then once I refill this up, I'm gonna move it off and we will deorbit it, and then we shall go grab our next launch. Alright, and decouple node. Oh, I did put an antenna on it. Activate. It's just gonna bump it a little bit. Okay, just bumped it just a smidge. We're good. We didn't lose our antenna or anything. I've been using a lot of these little square struts. Okay, so let's just move away from it. Okay, now we will go full on deorbit. Oh no, we ran out of battery! No! Lame. Oh well, it has a docking port on it, so in the future we can come back and we can get it. Space Center. I didn't think about the battery. Alright, now we shall launch. We need the fuel and docking. This is the main centerpiece of this vessel launch. Did I put RCS on this thing? That's a good question. Oh yes, there's the RCS. Alright, so as you can see, this guy's got a bunch of docking ports down here. Boop, boop. Big old docking port on top. And it's just a big old fuel tank. And this thing we can easily get into orbit, and it's gonna, this thing we can time warp like no other. 3, 2, 1. Just gotta bring that velocity down. Once I get to a certain point, oh, I guess I can time warp times 2. Just gonna make sure I keep it below 100. Asparagus staging, of course. We shall get this guy up. This is, yes, you see, here's where it's got SAS on it, which is going to be helpful. There's no SAS on the command module. The big RCS tank, which there's also not one of those on the command module. Another docking port on the bottom because we need to put a propulsion system on the bottom. All these docking ports on the side will be filled with stuff. Alright, now we can gravity turn. The full 90. Lose those. And time warp. Oh, going a little out of control. ×2 is all we can do. Whoa. What's up with that? Okay, back on the 90. Now you can see this tiny little thing down here. This is the that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I lose connection? No. Why do I have no control? Okay. Okay. Well, let's get this thing Apple access to 100 before I keep talking about nonsense. Okay, Apple access is at 100. Alright, now we can look down here. This is the lander stage, or the return stage, the stage that will burn up in the atmosphere. Where's my antenna on this? It's on this stage, I'm pretty sure. Must find it quickly. I'm freaking out a little bit because I can't find my antenna. Did I map it to something? Oh, there it is. Ah, okay, it's activated. Okay, that scared me a little bit, but now we're good, right? We got connection connected to there. Hopefully when we reach up there, we will have range to reach that. But I don't think we will. I think I picked the wrong antenna to put on this thing. But we'll find out. I didn't test fly this thing all the way to orbit. I just test flew it to about this point. Yeah, I don't think I have another antenna on it, so we shall hope. Tip, 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 tip. The moon. I think I'm gonna have to let these fuel tanks go before they're empty. You see, I've got this deactivated, so it doesn't register that. Oh no, it looks like they will run out. Cool. Later. That's right, I have a skipper on this and not the mainsail because it's more efficient. Since I'm circularizing on just this small tank. Alright, we're almost there. 100 and 100. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Well, that's going to be actually not bad because that'll help with the intercepting. Alright. So now we shall go back to the Space Center and begin launch number 3. Let's see, what to bring up next. I guess we should bring up the propulsion? Yeah, let's bring up the propulsion next. Mothership propulsion. Launch. Some of these are in crazy fairings. I think this is one of them. Look at that fairing. Yeah, it's so funny looking. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. This is another very stable launch. And just get past 2,000 as per usual. Go! This is so light, or at least it seems so light compared to that last rocket we launched. It's not even the lightest part we have to launch today. This one isn't. But I do believe that last one was the heaviest one we will launch. Those big orange tanks, those things are heavy. See, I've got just a little poodle on the middle guy here to help again with the conserving of this fuel. We don't need that much power. Oh, gravity turn. We don't need that much power once we get out of the atmosphere. Especially for the rendezvousing, it's nice to have more fine controls as well. Okay, so I should be able to do 2 times time warp on this guy. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Reset. At some point, this ass came off. My. Tilt down a little bit here. So we are already almost to 100. That was a really fast launch. I better put it at like 105. 103. Because we got a lot of atmosphere still to travel through. I'm actually going to aero brake a little bit. Look at that. 103. 102. Look how fast we're climbing too. Over 900 probably meters. What does it say here? Vertical speed. Oh. Well, then don't lie to me, little thing here. We're in orbit. Yeah. These fairings will stay on for a moment until these outer tanks are empty. Little time warp action until we get to our apoapsis. This actually looks pretty cool like this. Meow. And I'm gonna call that okay. We're actually technically upside down. Walk that fine line on that apoapsis. Oh, there we go. Alright, shall we peep this thing out? There's the propulsion unit. It is 4 atomic engines that will attach via the big docking port on the bottom, right onto the back of the the fuel thing. My biggest fear is because I built this thing this way, from here, like from this spot up, is that these will, like, some of these engines will come off when I remove this. I did not test that. I should have. That's how I should have tested it. I didn't know how I was going to be able to, but now I just realized how I could have. But we're not going to test it now. We're just going to hope it works. Fingers crossed. Ugh. Alright, back to the Space Center for launch number 4. So that's the main length of the mothership. It's the command module in the front, the fuel and docking in the middle, and then the propulsion in the back. And now the things that I'm going to launch are the docked things, the things that will be docked on the sides of it. So first we will launch... no, where are you here? Alright, we'll do the comms unit. We'll launch the comms unit up there. Boop. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's basically an antenna that sticks off the back of it. That I did a little bit of modifying to make it look cool. But see, look how light this thing is. Look, that's all the power I need to get this thing into orbit. 3, 2, 1. Once I pop open these fairings, you'll see why this thing's so, like, how this thing is so light. Take the thing up to 200 meters per second. And you'll see that the way I've built it is kind of interesting. I'm kind of happy with how I built it, because it's the docking port is actually up here, so this whole thing can just dock onto the spaceship, and then there's a decoupler here. That I will use to separate this vehicle. And I believe, yes, I do have a probe in there. I never opened the antenna on that last vehicle. That's not good. I mean, it's I don't know, it's... Oh, I should be in gravity turn right now. I mean, it's in orbit, so the antenna not being there is not a huge deal. Whenever we bring something close to it, it'll just regain connection. Little poodle engine here, taking us the rest of the way to orbit, and then I got a little tiny engine and these little fuel tanks here for the rendezvousing, and maybe I'll need those for finalizing burns on the circularization. But we shall get this thing into orbit. Again, I'll explain what it is once I pop these fairings off, but I can't pop them off until we get into orbit. So I got the little RCS tanks on here for docking. The thrusters all along here. Some solar panels, because I don't know if I have any batteries on this thing. Some solar panels are key. Oh man. Oh. Oops. There we go. But see, you can see the antenna. It's just a strut that sticks down with this antenna, this radar dish on it. And then there's a big old Kethane scanner on the back of it. That's just in addition. There's a bunch of batteries up here on this guy. And the docking port. So this will just stick off the bottom or the side or wherever it's going to stick off of on the mothership. See, like I said, just a decoupler right there. Oh yeah, there's the probe. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly worried right now because of the fact that we are not at our 100 yet here, but we are still, and we are on this last little stage. Even added this little tank of fuel because it was like borderline on the numbers. Should be able to open this antenna now without issue. Bing. Antenna. Yeah, I'm scared. Because this is, I mean, granted it's not going to go up to 100 very fast when I'm doing it at this angle. But still burning up a lot of fuel in a very efficient way, I guess. I think being late on my gravity turn is kind of what did this. Well, we're in orbit, or we're out of the atmosphere. And I've actually almost got us. Look at that. That actually worked okay. This is actually a pretty decent burn right here. Got plenty of connection. Let's ride this thing out to the apoapsis. Anything happening that I need to worry about? No. Maybe open these little solar panels down here. Where's the sun? Where's the sun? There it is, straight above me. Alright. Got plenty of space to go before I am at my apoapsis. 2.5 minutes. Time warp. Okay. Wobble. So little control. I don't have any sort of SAS on this thing because, well, look how small it is. You really shouldn't need it. I could turn RCS on, and that would help, I guess, but not really that worried about it. I actually feel much better about my my fuel to circularizing like space here. And I'm gonna just call that good. Again, it's okay to have it a little off because with rendezvousing it's gonna be off anyway. Okay, let's do another launch. I think I have 3 more things to launch. small Kethane scanner is one of them. This thing will take no time to get into orbit because it is so small. This is probably the smallest piece. Pardon me. Look at that. Final pieces right there. I don't know why I have so much rockets, such big tanks to take it up, but I do, so let's go. I guess all the faster it's gonna get up there. Up to 200. No. Ugh, the way those things fell scared me. Start my gravity turn this way to the 90. Burn. And then times 2, and don't go out of control, please. Nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Spinning out of control for no reason. Come on. Okay. And that's the problem with time warp, sometimes that happens. It's kind of annoying. Wow, look at that. Apple Apps is almost at 100 already. Take it to 103. Time warp it to space into orbit. Dun, 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 dun. Out of the atmosphere. Now we just gotta get to our Apple App System, circularize. I feel like we're gonna circularize and not even have used this middle tank down, or this big tank down here, at all. I'd like to have gotten rid of these tanks. This might be another one where we get rid of these big radial tanks before they're empty. Oh no, here they go. Is this a skipper? Yes, another skipper. Low power. Pshing. Activate the antenna. Oh man, messed that up a little bit, but there we go. There's our little Kethane scanner. Docking port there. It'll dock right onto the thing, and it's got a lot of it's basically a RCS rocket. Oh, no. It's got an RCS tank here and all these RCS thrusters that it can basically. I was able to get it from 100-kilometer orbit to almost a 2 million kilometer orbit. I'm sorry, 100 kilometer to almost a 1,000 or 2,000 kilometer, 2 million meters, but it was far. All right, back to the Space Center. We got 2 more launches. All right, so we now are the manned missions. So we have Where are you here? Manned Kethane Miner Mark 1. Sure, Bill, you can fly this. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's a Kethane miner. Again, this is for Minmus, so it doesn't have a whole lot. It's not very big, but it's big enough. Ah, look at that. I forgot that it was in fairings. And it is hilariously huge. 3, 2, 1. Now this is a decently heavy launch, but it's still not as heavy as that big orange tank that we launched. Pretty stable launch. I got all these stabilizers on it. Okay. Still flying very stably. Stably, because that's a frickin' word. Alright, and I'm gonna start the gravity turn. A big ol' egg. And full power. These things look cool. I actually really like the way I did these. I may use that more often in my rocket designs. It works really well for those larger rockets. Alright, we are just climbing. Blow those guys off. Now again, this is manned. So, which is funny because the Bill can't see anything. See if I switch to his view here. That's what he sees. That's the fairings right there. Oh, that gives me an awesome idea for the big reveal. When I pop the fairings off, I'm totally going to be in that view. That's going to be cool. That is still a mainsail. Alright. So let's get out of the atmosphere. Here comes the music. There it is. Alright. Now let's blow these fairings. That was cool. Let's see them go. And now we can look at the little lander. See, docking port on the top there. It's got a small little Kethane tank there with a little Kethane miner. All these little engines on the edge for landing and reorbiting. Solar panels, landing legs. I think that's it. Batteries? Oh yeah, there's big batteries on the back side over here. Right there. Yep. So let's get this thing circularized. And of course there is a ladder somewhere on this thing. But do I have an antenna somewhere? Where did I put the antenna on this thing? Or did I not put an antenna on it? I may not have because it's a manned thing. I'll look for it once I get off this stage. Get off the stage! Burn into circularize. Done this enough times in this video. Hey, there goes our fairing. Which should hopefully safely fall and burn up in the atmosphere. Which it won't, but it'll safely fall and crash into the ground. $100, $100, $100. There we go. Now I just realized that I did not make this have a docking or have like a pod, so I'm gonna have to deorbit this manually. I'm gonna do that right now. So it's not gonna be nothing special. It's just gonna be take it down to about 30 on this side. Yeah, there we go. Decouple. There, I'm gonna turn RCS on and I'm gonna go that way just a smidge so I don't crash into it. Weep. Okay. Once I get out of the way, then I shall recircularize myself. Which I do not have a flight thing on here. I don't have my the flight computer on here. So manually circularize myself. Oh. There we go. Good enough. Alright, so that is Bill in his mining ship, ready to dock. Now we shall send up the last manned mission that I have. The last launch. And it is... Oh. Okay, well, we'll launch it now. And maybe I'll send up another vessel in the next video to replace it, or maybe I'll just replace it by myself. But Kerbal Rescue Team. Oh wait, hold on. Vehicle assembly. I gotta make sure there's only 2 Kerbals in there. So I don't have the names right on it yet. But I will pop out Hudman and launch. This was the last vehicle I designed last night. It was like 3:30 in the morning. And here it is. This little rockety looking guy. Docking port there, not on the top. I know, crazy, huh? But it'll look cool when it's docked onto the mothership, I promise. 3, 2, 1. Very light. Just a fuel tank, SAS, a battery, and the command crew. It's very, very basic design. Doesn't need to be complex. It needs to have space for 3, but only 2 Kerbals, which is important. Oh, take this beast up to 200. So that if Bill gets stranded, if something happens to Bill when he's landing his miner, we can just take these guys over there and rescue him from the ground. And then we'll of course need to send a new miner up, but hey. Still, as long as we just need to save our Kerbals. That was awesome. Hearing them explode like that. Okay, gravity turn. Now, this next decoupling is one thing I'm scared about. Look at the clearance on these wings here, on these tanks. It is like maybe 6 inches of clearance. There's not much room. So when I pop these tanks off, my biggest fear is that it wobbles and breaks my wings. Get into a more horizontal burn. There we go. That's actually going to work out very nicely because we're going to get into the atmosphere before, or out of the atmosphere into space before I have to get rid of these tanks, which will make everything much easier. Not going to get rid of them yet because this tank is so tiny on the bottom here. I do want to turn us though, so it looks like we're flying. These wings are pointless. They're mainly aesthetic. Especially since we're going to Minmus, which has no atmosphere, has no need for wings. Thought about making it a space plane, but I decided to go minimalist with it instead. Especially since we're going to Minmus, space plane really wouldn't make sense. I needed something that can land vertically. Okay, hold on, I cut the engines. Let those guys go. Cool. Burn to circularize. Turn up all this little tiny fuel tank. Whoa, I didn't actually. I actually have to deorbit a little bit because I didn't use enough fuel. Flip this beast over, look at the belly. Oh, well. Nothing I can really do. So I guess I'm just gonna have to pop it off and hope the power from that and from, if I go full throttle here, the power from my engine pushing back on it, hopefully will be enough to deorbit it. So let's see. It's actually put it into a suborbital plane. Alright, so there we go. Shoop. We got our little Kerbal Rescue Team vessel up here. You see it will land with these landing legs. We can activate this little guy here. Activate. Again, not entirely necessary because it's manned, but I like it. I like to have it there anyway. Alright, well that's it. If you enjoyed this video, we see all these different launches we had. Actually, look at that. We're like right by the mothership. Right by the docking part too. Can't see it though. If I were to set it as target. There it is, right over there. It's actually not that bad. If I had more time, I'd dock it right now. But I'm not going to. If you enjoyed this video, please click like down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see other videos like it. I am Golgothan. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.